Look, when you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball, the Lady Gaga, the Justin Bieber, who gives you these carbon tax messages. They tell your kids they got to love Justin Bieber, and then Bieber says, hand in your guns, pass the Cybersecurity Act, and the police state's good, and then your children are turned into mindless vassals who now they look up to some twit instead of looking up to Thomas Jefferson or looking up to Nikola Tesla or looking up to Magellan. I mean, kids, Magellan's a lot cooler than Justin Bieber. He circumnavigated with one ship the entire planet. He was killed by wild natives before they got back to Portugal, and when they got back, there was only like 11 people alive of the 200 and something crew, and the entire ship was rotting down to the waterline. That's destiny. That's will. That's striving. That's being a trailblazer, an explorer, going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there. Life is fiery with its beauty, its incredible detail. Tuning into it. They want to shatter your mind talking about Justin Bieber. If you're a radio listener, in fact, what's the title of it? I forget. Something like, did it have a Coney 2012 screening?
Book a screening for Coney 2012.
Book a screening for Coney 2012. It's on YouTube. And if you're a radio listener, you'll just hear the voices. But if you're a TV viewer at prisonplanet.tv, they actually jump up and down and go, oh my gosh, so trendy, and we're gonna get Coney. And you can tell they're government operatives. They've got like evil in their eyes, hardcore. I mean, their real spirit is, murder Africa, invasion force, release us. But on the surface, and just cutting this room full of, trendies all swarming around like piranhas. But again, it's that cover of the armored warmock. It has this cover of I'm going after the young people who are in a narcoleptic state, are attracted like moths to flame to someone going, war, trendy, invade, help the children, And I'm like, that's where we're watching more of their videos, and it gets worse. I mean, I'm not joking, folks. And everyone's wearing like pink and little green, non-threatening, colors, all, and this is what we face. So this is for college students, and this is what men look like now, on average. It's pure evil! They're taking your intellect and your soul and giving you Michael Jordan and Bieber. Unlock your human potential! Defeat the globalists who want to shatter your mind, your doorways to perception. I want to see you truly live. I want to see you truly be who you are. In fact, now I used to bash men that are all into being big and muscular with tattoos and black on and going, ah. Now I get it. You don't want to be like these people. Okay? 'Cause I used to get mad at guys trying to act tough. No, that's good. Do that. In fact, I think I'm going to just go all out with cut-off sleeves and drive a big, fast car and be like, rah! Because, I'm starting to get it. Men are running to that because they see the armies. At South by Southwest, you go down there, it's literally men in pastels, and part of the effeminate thing is they have these little wispy beards and like bandanas, and they're all walking around bending their wrist going, I don't know what it is. No, there's men everywhere wearing dresses. I'm telling you, it's like they're just like, New World Order, slaughter me, please. And the New World Order's like, act like a jellyfish coward and giggle at all reality. They're like, yes. Anyways. Folks, if you couldn't see this, I mean, this was prancing. Was it as bad as I said, guys? It was worse. And I ask you to look in the mirror and ask yourselves, what are you doing in this time of great challenge? What are you doing to unlock minds? Once you unlock a mind, once you unlock somebody, then they can unlock their soul. We can't unlock a soul. Only God can do that. But we can unlock minds. And once the mind is unlocked, once the intellect is turned on, then comes the discernment. Then comes the awakening of the soul. Then comes true enlightenment and empowerment. So the globalists seek to make you a bunch of jealous, stunted, weak, backstabbing, gibbering demons. All of us have the lower elements and the higher. We must strive for the higher. Stay with us. You think that the globalists want you to go to college or you to have a future? They're going to end it all in a planned dark age. And you're now seeing the beginning of the controlled collapse, and we predicted they'd do it through border implosion. We didn't predict. It's in the Banff Canada Secret Meetings Judicial Watch Student Guide. 2007. Endgame, Blueprint, Global Enslavement. It's free on YouTube. Go watch it. Watch Bush admit we already merged with the EU in 2007. On C-SPAN. It's already happened. They had microphones hanging up in public 25 years ago. Chicago's now announcing. Don't you understand the magnitude? I'm right. I'm correct. I've done the research. I know what I'm talking about. I don't like being right. I wish I was wrong, but I'm correct. They hate your success. They hate your strength. They hate your passion. They hate the fact you love God. They hate the fact that they don't have a monopoly of weapons so they can have their way with us, like Kim Jong-un and the demonic coteries of little demons that encircle him.
Alex Jones may sound crazy, but still has 300 million YouTube, he had 300 million people that have watched him on YouTube, and that sort of fringe, arch-conservative, deeply, I think, racist strain is being tapped into.
I just got called racist by MSNBC, and I wasn't hurt that they called me names myself. I was hurt that they were so evil, that they were such a pack of willful crooks preying on America with their trendy, non-threatening voices and ironic glasses, all meant by PSYOP generals to annihilate this country.
So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The TSA has a thankless job, enforcing procedures we all tolerate through gritted teeth, a popular target.
No kidding. Who else wants a job groping men, women, and children all day?
Among some anti-government activists, the agency embodies a federal government that's too invasive.
You know what it's like to go to sleep every night knowing you work for a bunch of psychotic killers and you bastards are probably going to end up killing me one day?
Hate speech. Now Facebook is apologizing for allowing it worldwide. But can anything be done to stop the hatred, which is directly linked into the IRS Tea Party scandal?
Is Alex overreacting, or is the 9/11 connection relevant?
Right. I think it's an overreaction, but also you're making some very serious allegations against the U.S. government, saying that they stage attacks, they allow them to occur in the United States against U.S. citizens. What? No. What evidence do you have to support any of that?
Well, Gulf of Tonkin is very, very well documented.
In every tragedy, the InfoWars Alex Jones world thinks they see a conspiracy.
Talk show host is Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's kind of like the guru, the king of conspiracy theorists. And he's been on here since day one saying this is a job of the FBI. It's a false flag job. You heard the reporter.
Alex Jones should be disqualified from participating in Republican Party politics. His crackpot theories shouldn't prompt actual hearings in Congress, and they shouldn't inspire actual legislation in Congress, and you shouldn't do a money bomb on his show when you are running for Congress. Do not fundraise on this theater of the absurd by showing yourself to be one with this guy. Really.
I think that this internet stuff with access now that people have has made more crazy people. Because people who are borderline crazy now go in there and become
60 stations and Essence is on the internet and he's got a lot of followers, got a big website. He's considered legit among the crazy.
What you're seeing here is the human spirit refusing to submit. I am crazed and raged against them. I am sending out the call as a siren to warn people that their humanity and their free will is under attack. And by the most pathetic scum that you'd ever just see them for one moment and never just realize what they are for one moment. They can be swept aside and a true renaissance can begin that is unbelievably incredible. I just can't put up with these crooks anymore, and that's what they are. A bunch of arrogant, crazed people in our face. I mean, there's got to be 20 videos of Democratic operatives on television saying they're going to screw us and laughing at us. Zuckerberg calling us dumb effers. Listen, pal, I'm not a dumb effort. Like you. That's what all of this is about. And George Orwell, a.k.a. George Orwell, Eric Blair, was a top PSYOP officer in OSS. Before that was an Imperial secret police officer. Before that was a deep cover OSS communist infiltrator. He gave it away in the allegory, the parable of 1984, when Winston is tearing his teeth out with pliers and torturing him for several months. He said, listen, I could have just killed you. It's about breaking your soul and having you be delusional because you were a great man, Winston. And it's about our cult of power, annihilating goodness and humanity and justice and truth. We're going to stomp you to hell! Nothing will stop the satanic total release. That's their spirit. That's what I want you to have, is control of your own destiny. That's all I want, and I want to be able to have control of my own passion and to be what I really am. Let's go to that clip.
Fitting that a free screen should sound the alarm against those who would destroy freedom. For in its power to deceive and inflame, or enlighten and inspire, the motion picture has no equal.
Orwell was completely freaked out about it when he finally, as even a high-level officer, clicked to it all when he was brought into the Fabian Socialists. And they said, man, we're Satan worshippers, bro. We're going to kill. The plan is mass death, Hellraiser. Black uniforms burning cities and finally burning the earth to a crisp. I know your mustache is cool. You got little gold-framed glasses. You scare me so bad. If you think you're going to intimidate me, you better check again, because you got the wrong person. You scum! I'm gonna stop right there. Oh, it makes me sick, and I'm gonna have to watch them when they blow up some federal buildings, prance around the very murderers as my savior, and all the cowards out there begging the government, giving proctology exams on the side of the highway. Now it's in the news. Yeah, school gives you shots without permission. You need a form to go to the zoo or the planetarium, a permission slip. But if you want an abortion or a flu shot, we ain't asking mommy or daddy nothing, because your kids belong to the state, and the state loves you. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
He pits his strength, his courage, and his fabulous sun sword against the forces of evil.
Who's it gonna be? Mr. Robot. Lowe's test robots as customer helpers. And I love their promo video. Looks like Daleks from Doctor Who. Exterminate. It's just that I'm sick of going to Republican functions to cover them over the years, and every woman looks like that and talks like that and is so fake. And it's okay to be nice and cheerleaderly, and I get all of it. But, man, we're in a war here, okay? I don't want to make the Democrats squeal. I want to expose their leadership as criminals. And I want to see them prosecuted and thrown in jail. They're trying to put the Liberty Movement in jail for no reason. I mean, this is war. This isn't fun.
The bigger this war gets, the more freedoms we lose.
And that's why we continue to lose this country. This isn't a game, ladies and gentlemen.
Look how far we've come. Humanity wasn't meant to live like this. For every waking moment, trapped and raped, scared. It's time to stop submitting to this tyranny. It's time to realize that we're being enslaved.
This is a shake and bake operation. And by that, it's pre-planned, it's pre-packaged. Just add milk and heat. I mean, it is just add money and just add a country and you got it done. This is prepackaged, formulaic, a globalist program. That's how we know their next move every time, folks. It ain't hard. It's like having eyeballs and being able to see it happen. That's all you got to do is wake up out of the trance, and then you'll go, Alex isn't that smart. I'll be like, exactly. I'm not that smart, but I'm red-blooded, and I'm not an idiot. I could read battle plans against me when I see them, okay? I mean, that's what I'm so sick of. I'm nobody. Why do I have instincts? Why am I upset? Why do I want to fight? Why do I care? Into college, they're already primed to be social justice warriors. They're already guilty, in their heart, even though they've done nothing. And they take them into these communal areas and dress them down and yell at them. And they're a minority. They say you're persecuted. Folks are out to get you. There's big racism on this campus. There's epidemics of rape. Look out. Oh, my gosh. They trigger all this hysteria and fight and flight. They don't want your parents to do that and teach you real threats. Then they don't want you to have that in high school. They want you to be insulated. Then in college, they scare you and freak you out, give you false stimuli, try to activate instincts that are there, and then misdirect them to your enemy is white people. Your enemy is money. Your enemy is success. Your enemy is anyone who has more money than you. Your enemy is anyone better looking than you. You are going to be a failure unless you're part of this group, part of this guild. Here, the Ford Foundation loves you. La Raza Mecha loves you. Black Lives Matter, funded by Soros, loves you. And now you're a prisoner for life. You will do whatever they say. You will read their books, watch their TV shows, follow their directives. You are now a total mind slave. And you drank fluoride your whole life. You had formula designed to massively reduce the CC size of your brain from 20 to 45% on average. It's in that spectrum, depending on the formula. You are a victim of a technotronic, psycho, global program that's declassified. You were hit and hit hard.
And I'm just telling you, whether you believe it or not, the decision's been made to jack your food and your water and brain damage you and use psychological warfare tactics to break down families, culture. They control the churches. They control the main media. They are just frickin' destroying everybody because we're just seen as a viral bloom of humanoids by our own species who they're trying to suppress and control on their little, Star Trek power trip while they build on these government reservations all this high-tech stuff, which I talk about ad nauseum because I'm giving you the big secret. Life extension technology, super drugs, God knows, wirehead stuff, PKD, stuff he projected 45 years ago. This is all going on. And I just sit here as a regular guy, but I am an animal. And the fact that I am not modern, I'm not a ninny, I'm not a nanny state, is the reason I've been successful. You think a caveman was dumb? You think a Neanderthal or a Cro-Magnon, a throwback, or let's say ancient humans 150,000 years ago, let's say in Europe, were dumb? Or no, they weren't dumb. They knew how to dominate their environment against animals that were 30, 40 times stronger. And so I'm just a throwback human. I'm aggressive. And when I read globalist documents saying they're enslaving me and poisoning my family, I start hopping up and down like a freaking gorilla going, hey man, here, they said this, and I'm talking to people like they're gorillas going, the gorillas are like, football, NFL, yeah. And I'm like, hey, you're not a dumbass. Look, the enemy says they're doing this, they're taking this over, blah, blah, and they just go, shut up, I'm in charge. They're like little kids, like the people in Idiocracy, who are just crazed and arrogant. Whenever he's at the president's residence, the White House, and not sure as he's known, because the computer got his name wrong, he's going, listen, I don't know why the crops are dying, but you're putting Brondo, Gatorade on them. I think they need water, and I think they need light. And the president's kid goes, or grandson or whatever, goes, I ain't never seen no water go out of no toilet. And they're like, yeah, I'll make him president. And it's that they got this arrogant, Mike Judge got it perfectly, this arrogant aggression of dumb people like, yeah, screw you. Yeah. We're going to ban language if we want. Yeah, fluoride's good for us. F you. Hey, look, vaccines, admittedly, on the insert say they can kill you, and they're lowering IQ and causing neurological disorders. They just go, oh, yeah, you're going to read, fag? And no such thing as reading. Oh, shut up. I know a word. And they go, what's this? What's this word? And they go, conspiracy. And everybody goes, woo, yeah. Woo, he's smart. And you go, yeah, let me show you another one. Tinfoil hat. I'm like, here's the Council on Foreign Relations and the United Nations 1978 Geoengineering Treaty, and here's the guy that won the Nobel Prize in 1992 for the aluminum dioxide barium salt spraying they added the jet fuel, and it's dimmed the Earth 30%. Here's BBC, and here's the other guy. There's like, you showed me so-called document. You know. And then they hire people to go do TV shows and say none of it exists, or go show kooks that think everything's a chemtrail. Like, oh, look, the cloud's a chemtrail. No, it's not. Or, hey, that's ice crystals. We know trails go by and then fade away. That's a real ice crystal, not stuff that hangs there for 5 hours. Then we have the documents where it's going on.
And a lot of these low-level social justice warriors never really had a real family. They're very sad. They think the state's their mommy. They're so pathetic. You know, we make fun of what's the person's name? What's the new one that Paul has dubbed the new leader of the
Trigglypuff.
Pigglypuff?
Trigglypuff.
Trigglypuff. Okay, I have trouble pronouncing that. And actually, Trigglypuff is a human, and I want to invite Trigglypuff on the show. And I want to be sweet to Trigglypuff. I want to offer Trigglypuff a $5,000 scholarship, cash, to come to InfoWars Studios and to come here, and we want to meet with you. I want to take you to dinner. I want to humanize you. Believe me, I don't mean that patronizing. You've been in the Matrix. I got a red pill. Believe me, I actually, you know, I understand it's fun to be cynical and mean back to them, and I get why, because they're hateful and active, but that's a program, and I think we should actually love Trigglypuff. And I'm serious, so I want to get Paul on tomorrow, and I want Paul to fly here from England for 1 week to spend it with this young lady. I know I'm not supposed to say lady, but it's okay, sweetheart. You're a lady. You're a woman. I know they think they've destroyed you, and you think you don't want to be a gender. You just want to fade away and join the state because they've hurt you so bad. But I actually think we should help her and bring Paul here, give her a $5,000 scholarship, first-class flight to Austin, Texas, and to try to really, really work with Trigglypuff. Hopping around red carpets, you know, loving on Hillary. What a sick joke. And then she's backing a group that keeps women as slaves because she's a slave master. Who's the #1 bankroller of Hillary? Under Obama, it was Goldman Sachs. Under Hillary, the Saudi Arabian government gives her 20% of her public campaign money. I mean, this is a group of just out-of-control lunatics. And now Hillary, more and more on the campaign trail, is just acting totally delusional and over-the-top confident and just gyrating and acting like a weird chicken or something. Just like, I mean, she is getting weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. I mean, this is a fruitcake loon above the law, surrounded by smiling sycophants, kissing her diseased rump. Come on in, my friends, fellow vampires. Intra. Come in. The feasting is good. We have conditioned everyone. Their shields are down. Sharpen your knives. Get out your forks. The water's warm. The blood of children. I mean, Yale, they're just like, yeah, listen to you. We're not going to have costume parties. They're scary. I'm scared. Now, listen, it's free speech. That's what liberal... No! I mean, worse than Luke Skywalker saying, no, Darth Vader's not my father. I mean, it's even worse acting, too. Just, no, it's not true. It's impossible. I saw it's Trump 2016. Somebody said mother and father. And again, that's the new titles in America of nobility. I get to be a victim. I get to be protected. I get to go around with a chip on my shoulder, disliking everyone and sovereignty because I just listen to talking points of the media and decide to be butthurt. And it's this whole religion where people collect, like baseball cards, how they've been slighted and how someone got in their way. And, you know, that's why they're not successful. People get in my way. I just go over them, around them, through them. Quite frankly, a lot of times I'll be exhausted and somebody tries to block what I'm doing. I just suddenly go, oh my gosh, I just got 5 hours of energy. It's called the Animating Contest of Liberty. And he would talk about it and everything. Because they, oh yeah, absolutely, I did my research. Yeah, it's a very smart economic background. Oh, of course what we need. They just want to act like they're smart. They don't know what planet they're on, okay? And so, I'm sorry, they were able to teach Helen Keller how to write and how to talk and everything. She was a wonderful lady, but it's like Helen Keller. That's what we call trash traffic. These people do not know what planet they're on, and they stop me and go, "You're the guy?" And that dozens of them go, "I saw you saying Michelle's a tranny. She kind of does look like one." And I go, "Look, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but she looks like a man, and they're trying to censor people that say it, and Joan Rivers said it was dead, and so I'm going to say it, okay?" And it's taken out of context and fed to you so that you freak out over it, but that's the way I reach out to you. And they just go, and it's, I'm afraid of them. They have dull eyes, black, white, Hispanic, you name it. They are, and that's why MSNBC is all about how smart they are. These people are the biggest chump morons the galaxy has ever seen. The known universe. Let's go back to, from the very start. I'm going to play a minute of this. This is Trump with Bill O'Reilly. They have milkshakes together. And such good guys. Here he is creeping around on a so-called friend of decades saying, well, you know, you're going to support this gun control. And Trump's like, yeah. Then he goes into, well, these big guns, talking to us like we're 3 years old. By the way, at the corporate level, they say, talk to people like they're 3 to 5 years old. That's a known corporate statement of talk to people like they're 5. Well, now it's down to 3. The new corporate thing is, behind closed doors, is talk to the public like they're 3. So he's like, they're big guns. Don't let terrorists get boom, boom. And then Trump goes, I agree, no boom, boom. And then they go, nyin, nyin, nyin. And what about big boom, boom? Take big boom, boom, wait from boom, boom. Your baby want milkshake. I mean, you know. See, I'm not trying to play in and rule the planet of the mental midget lollipop guild. I want to be a great mind in the species that excels, and we know excels when you put pressures on it and when you honor achievement. You don't think they're turning us into Trigglypuffs for no reason. They're getting ready to kill us. It's the stinking government and the social engineers that are to blame, and they shouldn't have guns anymore. Bill O'Reilly shouldn't have bodyguards. I'm sick of that sniveler.
Yes.
When he was a radio host, he used to have the police called and would send private bodyguards to people's houses in Florida and New York where he lives. He had caller ID and talk radio. Nobody else has that. And would literally, if someone disagreed, send bullies to their house. O'Reilly, you send bullies to my house, I'm going to break their jaw. And if you try that with me, punk, I don't care if you're a thug who wants to bully people. Okay? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. After all the bullying Irish went through, you turned into a big, fat bully. You're a big, fat bully, scumbag. I don't like you. You understand that?
Let me tell you something, Alex. I remember going to Shea Stadium when I was a kid with my dad, and that urinal experience was frightening.
Exactly. I do too.
Put their daughter now through the same trauma.
I remember going to Dallas Cowboy games at those urinals that are 20 feet long and all these guys, and like my dad goes, go ahead. Imagine taking your daughter, turn around, honey. We're going to do it. There's all these guys. It's all training us to accept less, lowering expectations, a post-industrial world, a new dark age. That's what the UN Biological Diversity Assessment 1996 calls for. Not a world, Winston, that gets more beautiful and more technological and stronger. A world that gets uglier and stupider and more stunted. You want an image of the future, Winston? It's a boot stomping on a human face forever. Don't look at me, Winston, and see the black circles around my eyes and see how ugly and weak I am, expressing myself and dying, that I torture people 18 hours a day, that I have a horrible life. That's the beauty of the satanic evil of the priest of power, ripping apart humanity. We're here to hurt humans. We're here to suck your guts out. Understand now? Yeah, they're like demons from hell, just right on that dimensional line, just trying to get control as fast as they can. And the Chinese communists are their most precious. They got the highest death rates, the execution vans, the giant human chimera facilities, the cows producing human milk, just hell forces. It's the most just soulless evil. It's just the globalists are just, that's the big cauldron, the big command base. Prepare the weapons, give them all the ports, give them everything, give them the weapons, give them the communications, give them the back doors, give them the politicians, and Kissinger and them, they're like, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. I mean, think of the allegory as like the golden child when the top demon goes in and gets down and meditates, and then the walls pull back and he's in hell. He's like, what do I do, Lord? Destroy the child, corrupt them all. This is their plan, people. These are demons. Just like the Bible says, it's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said, it's what they warned of, it's what we're dealing with. They're demons. They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it, make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay? Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon.
Look, we came, we saw.
Put Al-Qaeda in charge.
We died.
And they invaded Syria.
We came.
And they invaded Europe.
We saw. We died.
And there's more terror attacks the media won't even call this an Islamic attack in Turkey.
We saw. We died. We came. We saw. We died.
What difference does it make?
It's not a laughing matter. I take it really seriously.
Vote for me because I'm a woman. One of my merits is I'm a woman. All these mothers vote for me because I'm a woman.
They put a Buddhist woman in the back of a van to have her organs cut off for being Buddhist. In China, you're a woman. When Saudi Arabia gives you $100 million, you're a woman.
Woman running to be the first woman president.
Woman. Woman.
Who could be more of an outsider than a woman president? I can't think of anything more of an outsider than electing the first woman president. A woman president of the United States.
A woman president like Merkel?
Women.
That's a woman, are you? You would hit a girl, would you? Woman. But that's what you're seeing. You're not seeing the heart of the conspiracy when I say it's a pedophile cult. They don't put the vampires out in the open. They're back at the castles. They're back at the lairs. Politicians go out, and their minions go out, and they corrupt themselves with the sex with the children and all the rest of it. And then they cry when they take their favorite children in, so their throats get slit. And that's come out in Europe. It's come out in England. It's come out here. That's the bottom of the rabbit hole. Bring a little kid in, lay the plastic out in front of the prime minister. 5-year-old girl, double-edged dagger. Slit their throat right there. It's not me. I like enjoyment. I like freedom. I like, you to be able to live your life. The minute you start trying to show me how to live my life, you can go straight to fucking hell. And how this works is, the whole transgender thing and the whole 9 yards, it's not that the average transgender person is a bad person, but the whole agenda pushed by media is to get government, schools involved with your 5-year-olds confusing their sexuality and getting a sexual discussion going on. They've got multiple states like Oregon and others where if your 12-year-old wants to have their genitals cut off without parental consent because the teacher convinced him to, in comes the hatchet and it's taxpayer paid for. This is the rebellion of the pedophiles. This is the rise of the pedophiles. Liberty lovers won't stand up for lower taxes or national sovereignty or freedom, but the people at NAMBLA, who the UN recognizes as a non-governmental organization, they say they want to be able to pick your 10-year-old up out of the back of your yard and take him to some meth-infested trailer and do God knows what to him. And you know what? They will. Dennis Hastert got busted because, well, just there's so many of these people, they wanted to send a message to the other pedophiles to watch out. But just remember, when you look at those leaders on TV, the Republican and Democratic leadership, remember, they want to rape everything you've got. Because that's what they're about. And that's what they want to do. They want to rape the genetics of the planet with GMO. They want to rape you with fluoride in the water and glyphosate and Roundup in the water supply as well. They want to start wars and flood Europe with 5 million jihadis just to piss all over everything. Because the name of the game is shitting
prosperity and shitting on freedom and shitting on free will and shitting on Renaissance. It's about fat pedophiles and degenerate rapists and sex slavers like the Saudi Arabians. That's who they are, the Saudi Arabian leadership, just dominating everyone with political correctness, where you roll over so all these PBPs, pot-bellied pedophiles, can have their way with you and your family.
Comported yourself into their system, into their universe, into their little fake facsimile that's supposed to draw in everybody's attention, where the establishment sets the trends, and the establishment sets the agenda, and the establishment sets the fads, and the establishment decides the culture. And then we see the culture they're giving us, it's living death. And they go, well, of course we're giving you living death. We're turning you off. We're ending your life force. We're ending your self-sufficiency. We're ending your survival instinct. The world's ours. We're killing you. We don't give our kids iPads, Apple says. But we give money to LGBT, so it's okay that we have suicide nets and forced abortion and 17-hour workdays, and the Foxconn workers' children live in metal containers. It's all right because Al Gore's on the board and he talks with a lisp. And it's all right because he acts effeminate and Nelly. But not behind closed doors. No. That's not how Al talks behind closed doors. See, it's all a fraud. And I know you know that, but we have to have the understanding of the complete collapse of it in our minds ourselves. And disdain it, dislike it, hate it, not go, ooh, you were on Fox and CNN and MSNBC today, Alex. Ooh, I saw you in some movie. Did you know you're in this movie? No, I don't care. Record 499 Syrian refugees admitted to the U.S. so far in May includes no Christians. 20% of Syria is Christian. Was a little higher than that, but they've killed a couple 100,000 of them. Are we going to let you out? I'm afraid not. That's one Obama really relished in that video. We got to find that. Something like, Obama says we got to let all refugees in, not just Christians. Try to find it. He's just like, he laughs. He goes, this is not fair to not, only let Christians in. Because he's not, but the joke is they're not letting Christians in. And he laughs, oh man, when they line those families up and machine gun them or chop their heads off or take those little girls as young as 5 into sex slavery and 100 jihadis line up and rape them till they die. Look it up. ISIS rapes little girls till they die. And that demon filth, that filth of hell, laughs about it. That's when they basically cut all ties with me, which is wonderful. Because I've been offered all these big Hollywood films in Hollywood. I've been offered, major supporting roles in big movies that came out. I've been offered, $1 million for a role. That sounds like a lot, folks. It's not when you're at this level, because I had to fund this whole operation. I've been paid $800,000 in a year once for just a voiceover I did. But most people would, bend over backwards in Hollywood. I actually, one of the finest things that I see is something I own, is the fact that I don't even respond to emails about big movies. I just piss on it. And I'm serious. One of my finest enjoyments is all these roles I've just turned down, and they've almost stopped doing it. And the roles got bigger and bigger. And I just said, you know what? I don't want your Hollywood roles. Not for Linklater. But I mean, pissing on Hollywood is a luxury. I got to be honest with you. Everyone just starts fighting with each other and being totally unhappy, and men against women and women against men, and just all of this psychological, weaponized, fifth-generation warfare that they admit is warfare to hurt you. And you can show these social justice warriors, all right, here's MIT, here's the Wall Street Journal, here's a paper written in the 70s, adopted as policy by the Carnegie Endowment to break up the family and make women totally alone and hateful, and then wed them to the state by age 40 to then really exacerbate their bitterness and help create change agents to accelerate the collapse of the human species. I mean, I just basically paraphrase paragraphs we've read on air. I mean, I can say, here's the weapon plan. And they'll go, I don't care, we are ugly and deserve to die. Humans are evil. And the ones you get through that actually see it, they go, that's right. And we are going to kill everybody. I want to kill my children. I want to be ugly. You're like, wow, you really are liberal, aren't you? They're all like that. I'm ugly and I stink and I love Satan. And I want everyone in the control room right now to recognize that I officially am a British Springer Spaniel. And not just that. I'm a black Springer Spaniel, and I'm royal. And I belong to the Queen of England. She belongs to me. And everyone now must recognize that I am a dog, in fact, that can speak. And I want to be genetically altered beyond the sex change to be made a female dog named Hillary Clinton. Now, who wishes to kneel before me and accept that I am in fact a black-eared dog?
Cunderthunt. I think I can say that. Cunderthunt, 69.
Cunderthunt. Cunderthunt was a powerful, immortal, raised on a foreign star. He was able to lift entire planets with a single arm. And now he returned to Earth with Cybertron to prepare for the final battle. The millennials and like the Trigglypuffs and these socially entitled little anti-free speech hate mongers cover the waterfront, Tim.
Oh my gosh. Whatever this disease is right now, that you can go to college and graduate with a degree in feminism, and that you think you're going to come into the workforce and be a productive member of society, but then you're going to complain that you can't get a really good job, so you're going to vote for Bernie Sanders and think that you're going to give it. Listen, I work like 18 hours a day so I can provide for my family. That's how it's supposed to work. I fall into bed tired. So stop being entitled little bitches and go to work. Stop wasting your time figuring out what oil you're going to put in your beard if you're wearing the right plaid shirt. Do work. Go to work. Work. Go. Scoot.
Hey, mister, how you doing here in Mayberry? Can I change oil for you, Mr. Gucciardi?
You know, what's interesting...
I heard Obamacare is free. I like socialism and the dictatorship of the proletariat. I'm going to have your ass thrown in prison. The centipede is a nimble navigator that has two hollow fangs to inject venom. It is a predator.
That's pretty good.
Now listen to this.
There's going to be a remix now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take you live to Austin, Texas, where the final defense of humanity is eating fried chicken with a beautiful goddess dressed in green, Buckley Hammond dressed in cream, and Alex Jones dressed in a checkered blue suit with hair that looks like it's a toupee, but it isn't. What does it mean on Reddit? What does it mean with the crew working late at night? What does it mean in the future?
Says, let's make America great again. That is code for, let's take America backwards.
No, it means have better trade deals, witch.
Tonight's victory.
Look at these idiots behind her.
About one person.
Oh, that's good. Now let's show the footage then when CNN warps it and turns her into the goddess as we go out to break, and she's doing bizarre Joker faces and then being worshipped by this pack of morons.
Distinguishing her first trailblazing campaign.
Her trailblazing campaign.
In her long Democratic primary.
Oh, look at it. Oh, the goddess.
Exactly 8 years after.
I can try to make the most evil smile I can, and I can't catch it when she leers down and goes.
She's a goddess! She's saving Earth! Prison right here. Damn it. She needs to be in prison now. This shirt's evil! No! No! Get away from me, racist! She's gone! Never stop me!
Because quite frankly, I haven't paid myself, and we're 5 months into this year. I've not been paid. I'm not complaining. I'm just like, throw all the money in, attack. I love it. I'm getting paid by defeating the enemy. I'm absolutely high as a kite off of it. Out is out. Schnabel warns of single market access in event of Brexit. We will not allow you to trade in our country if you leave. We are an unelected bureaucracy. We do not vote to enter. And if you try to leave, we will shut off your trade. We are in control. Now, you will submit and take the vaccines. Then you will feel much better. Just take the shots and eat the food and shut your mouth and die. This is our world now. Lay down and die. In fact, I was on my treadmill the other day, and it was like featured YouTube, Joe Rogan, 200,000 views one day ago. Here, let's watch it. And it was some pseudo intellectual going, Trump is dumb. Trump lies. And then we go, oh, yes, so dumb. Oh. I was like, where's the proof? Where's the lies? I mean, you know, and it's like, oh, the Washington Post said I was a liar. Whoop-de-frickin-do, man. Oh, my God, Joe Rogan's going to laugh at me. Wow, I'm going to roll over in a fetal position and piss all over myself. I mean, you know, oh, my God, Alex Jones says that your cable boxes are watching you or your iPhone's watching you. That was declassified 18 years ago when I broke it about smartphones when they first came out. Now it's all admitted. The FBI director covers his you got a little window on yours. Yeah. They cover the little camera up. I mean, it's like, Jones claims you need oxygen in space. He's insane. The dean laughed at me. Wow. Well, wow. Oh, my God. The dean called me in. Oh, my God. The dean heard you're writing essays about Alex Jones. How are you feeling, Bobby? I'm sorry. We're not too pleased with you. We're running a Kool-Aid drinking cult of cyanide. You know, I mean, who cares? I'm like Darth Sidious and he's Darth. I'm just like, do what must be done, Lord Vader. Show no mercy.
Basically, this circuit court judge in Virginia has ruled that your fingerprints are not protected by the Fifth Amendment. Of course, this is going to be a huge privacy issue for all of you trendies that lined up around the block to get your hands on those brand new iPhones and iPads that will enable you to upload your biometric data to get into your phone. Ooh, super trendy.
And of course, George Will, in his last article in the Washington Post saying, we are sovereign, your vote doesn't count, you are nobody. That's what he says. Here, let me say it in white shoe boy talk, what he actually said. A convention's sovereign duty, that's their sovereignty, a convention, that's the party. I'm deciphering. This little arrogant piece of filth thinks we don't understand this. It's meant to sound fancy to you, so you just shut up and go along with it like the queen with a stupid hat on. A convention's sovereign duty is to choose a plausible nominee who has a reasonable chance to win, not to passively affirm the will of a mere plurality of voters, recorded episodically in a protected process. It's like you come up and mug somebody and knock their teeth out, and you go, and then I went to your mandibles and massaged them for lovingness that you would not ever have to deal with them and brush them. I took them from your mouth in a loving flurry. No, you knocked your teeth out with a frickin' ball-peen hammer, you little bastard. Of the disgusting, narcissistic selfie. If I see one more man or one more woman making duck lips, I'm going to pull what's left of my hair out. It's this self-satisfied, I'm smart, I'm cool. Here. Where men and women go, and it's like, I'm cool. And take a picture of themselves. What in Hades is going on? Here's how it works. If a trooper suspects you may have money tied to some type of crime, oh, this is the trooper. Who needs a judge? Who needs a jury? Who needs a grand jury? Who needs an indictment? Who needs a DA? Here's how it works. See how News 9 reports it like it's fun? Here's how it works. You stick your head in the guillotine, they pull the switch, and a big giant razor blade falls out and chops your heads off. It's so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just tell it like it is, Alex, that we talked to this guy, Muhammad, who said basically they're given free housing and food, and they're giving them spending money, and they're told they can't do anything else. They have to sit around and do nothing. So you're just
They've got to learn to be wards of the state. They're being fashioned, and then in a few years, they'll become police officers after they've gone through the courses.
Well, either that or they're going to become jihadis because they're sitting around and they don't like the looks they're getting from the German people. They don't like how they're being treated by the people in the area. So they're getting resentment. And so that's just building inside of them. And I could feel it the way he was talking. He's like, they look at me funny. And then when I walked over there to talk to him, he was with a group of 5 other guys. They all looked at me like they wanted to kill me. They were like, I mean, they were pissed off. And they didn't want to talk to me at all. Only one guy did. And but he gave me that perspective. Of course, he's like, I stay here, everyone hate me, but it's mine now. Free stuff. Ugh. Zuckerberg came out on Friday in the New York Times, and it said, Zuckerberg covers up his webcam. That was the headline. You should, too.
about 19, 20 years after I pioneered it and have been made fun of at least 18 years ago on BBC documentaries. Alex, John Ronson asked, why is your webcam covered? You think they're watching you, do they? Oh, the little polywasp think he got a little bit of a problem, huh? Oh, you think little green men won't get you too, huh? And werewolves as well. He once asked me, he goes, do you believe in werewolves? Because we're driving through this fog area, and I go, no, I just said it looks like where a werewolf would live. Man, look at that, like 6 foot thing. You afraid of the werewolves? And I said, yeah, I'm real afraid of the werewolves. We actually put it in this book, and I'm afraid of werewolves. I don't know, it's just funny. I actually like John Ronson. We should get him back up on the show sometime. You afraid of the werewolves, Alex? He didn't really speak with that Oliver Twist Cockney accent, but it's fun to talk like that, isn't it? There's something intellectual about almost the calm, lazy eyes, just of the left. We don't want to arrest you unless you deny global warming. Oh, no one really wants to arrest you. Oh, actually, we do now. That's liberal.
People that died, they didn't do all of that so we could do nothing. They didn't do all of that in a massive build-up for humanity.
Yeah,
so
we're going to let them jack our water and do some social justice warrior deal where we talk about our wee-wees all day. The New World Order can go to hell.
Well, it's the inverse.
I wish the New World Order would just kill themselves. You people are the disease. You're the problem. You want us to die? You die! You die! I don't even want to kill you, but you know what? You want to kill us? You know where this is going, don't you? So that you can really show you're in the in club. You had to speak with a slight British accent, but that's what has mutated into a Thurston Howell of third. Oh, Buffy, lovey. Would you like to buy some mining stock, Gilligan? Perhaps some derivatives? Yeah, let me show you that I can talk like them. Here, let me talk just like he does. He just goes, they're just against civilization and economics. We're speaking of economics here, something you little people don't know. But let me continue here. I'll be intellectual today and speak in this vernacular for you. How does that sound? Continuing. Citing the potential for a Trump to split the Republican Party, even if he does lose, and increasing unpopularity of France's socialist government, Traub argues, another billionaire for socialism, that establishment political parties in major Western countries must combine forces to keep out the nationalists. Here is a few clips of Glenn Beck talking about me in the last few months, the things he's been saying. Just go to some of the clips here.
You know, Alex Jones, you piece of garbage. I don't know what your deal is. I really don't know, and I don't care. But if you actually cared about the things you were talking about, you would actually use your brain and start to find different ways than just going to your kook friends in your basement. What you would do is you would actually say with some credibility, this is true. And these are the ways that we can.
That's enough. I mean, he didn't even say what I'm lying about. It's just that there are no basements in Texas, bud. Let's go to the next clip. Let's go out to break with this one.
A guy that we don't talk about very often because he's so insignificant and we don't really care. But he's
also psycho.
Yeah,
can we just say what it is?
I think he
is psycho. He can see a lot of things that other people can't see. Like a conspiracy around.
Like a couple of Nellies sitting on TV. We're gonna I can see that. Hey, we're gonna go to break and we're gonna come back to these cream puffs. They just don't get that they're out in the open going, I'm wearing a sweater tied around my neck like I'm Thurston Howell and sitting here in a mock Oval Office on a power trip, bragging about how I've got the guy that does Oreos and American Idol and Disney. Everyone runs from American Idol and Oreos in your audience. They're political. They're patriots. They're involved. They're awake. They don't want to see you ferrying around, taking your acting lessons and fake crying with all of your boyfriends around you, telling us about how you hired someone from mainstream TV. Oh, we're so impressed. Oh, tell us, did you talk to Jay-Z? Oh, oh, do you know someone in Hollywood? And then you sit over there and you try to act like you're the big mothership and everyone wants what you've got. No, they don't want what you got. And you thought you'd be able to steal the election from the people, regardless of who Trump is. It doesn't matter. You thought you'd sit there and tell people to fast. What is it about these psychopaths that they want to be cult leaders and have fawning groups following them around as God? What is it? And psychopaths always wear little nerdly, non-threatening outfits. They always act real wimpy because they're like raging goblins behind the scenes. But they want to act real, because the prey wants to creep up on you, see? They're real, hi, I'm Glenn Beck, I'm creeping up, how you doing? See? I'm wearing a little non-threatening outfit, I'm kind of nellying around. That's all his cover, folks. So let's hear from this Nelly, this candy pants right now. Here he is.
But here's what happens. Because Donald Trump...
Hit pause and rewind that. You know, I actually have a really great voice, but instead I just kind of honk like a goose because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm pouring it all out. I'm having trouble breathing right now. I'm so upset. And a lot of times it's almost unlistenable. I get it. But if I wanted to hear my voice, I could sit there and, yeah, we could really talk about this right now with each other and discuss the whole state of the world and look at different articles and talk about a Pew survey that shows 57% say America first. Why isn't it higher? Why is it only 57% that aren't proud to say it's okay to say your country's first? Who's going to stand up for you if it isn't your country? You organize a system based on what's better for the people because outside countries will come in and take you over. Hi, it's Alex Jones here, and I want to just sit back real relaxed in a living room and try to put you to sleep here and just listen to me. Everything's going to be all right. I'm really into hypnotism. I've really taken classes on that. He admits he has. To just hear my priest, God says, join me. Let's listen to him. Sitting back with all the mics perfectly tuned. Everything angulated. With him creeping up to the microphone. Creeping up like a vampire, like Nosferatu. She's in her nightgown. He's untying the lace. I mean, you know, just... Predator. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, alert. He's got like a sheep's outfit on. He's a little skinny, ugly wolf, yellow eyes. Like, shut up, don't do that. Okay. Oh, hi, sheep. Mind if I put my mouth around your neck to love you a bit? Here, let's go to the failed little wolfie. Let's go to him. Here it is.
But here's what happens.
Oh, no, stop it. Back it up again. I'm sorry. Here's what happens. Here's what happens when you love your voice. Here, let me talk like him. Infowars.com. Exclusive. Hunch. Soros insiders attempt to take over Trump campaign. Establishment and ditch effort to co-opt New York billionaire. It's all about, he's going to tell you what happens. He's going to tell you the reality. Oh, he's always in the hospital. Feel sorry for me, buy my products. I'm in the hospital. I'm really skiing, but I'm in the hospital. I'm wearing a new little sweater. A new little sweater with a smiley face. Get in my ice cream truck. Oh, hi, little girl. I've got free ice cream inside. Oh, Mommy said don't. What about the little puppy? Ever seen a Chewini? My name's Glenn Beck. Do you know about what happened to my mommy? Let's go ahead and go back to Glenn Beck.
But here's what happens.
Oh, here's what happens. Back him up again. I'm sorry. Here's what happens. No. Here's what happens. Let's go back to him. Here it is.
But here's what happens. Because Donald Trump is the GOP candidate, and I believe Hillary Clinton is going to win because of this, you will never elect another GOP person to high office ever again.
This was his mission.
Because what's going to happen is you are now going to have Hillary Clinton
legalize as many voters as you can. The GOP is going to be completely racist, whether it's true or not, because of Donald Trump. You will never have another Republican president ever again.
Let me say this to him and his whole fake authoritarian garbage. Let me be totally insincere, try to be like an actor, and just say, here's what's going to happen to you going back. Talk radio is moving into its final phases in the old format, and you are universally reviled by everyone you work with because what a nasty, narcissist, messiah complex person you are, and you're going to accelerate towards bankruptcy. And the Republican Party, run by neocon, warmongering, Rockefeller Republicans who've been hijacking the party for the social engineers, are going to be run out of the party. And you better hope you don't push too far, and many of you end up getting arrested for treason. And we're going to expose your globalist plan with China and others that have sold out our industrial base. And we're going to restore this republic and defeat the social justice warriors and the sickening engineers that hope to bring this country down. And we're going to secure our borders. We're going to deport the criminal illegals and promote good, legal, honest immigration and promote Americana once again. And we're going to bring back the 1950s culture of family, but in a modern, inclusive way for everyone. And we're going to be Americana 1776 worldwide. And the reign of globalists manipulating and controlling the two-party duopoly is over. And you are over, and you are discredited, and you're circling the toilet bowl. And it's well known that you've announced you want to move to Israel or something to claim you're a messiah. Because even though you have a much smaller audience, you can then milk millions out of each family that's there, hundreds of thousands, and that basically then maybe you'll tell them all to wear Nike tennis shoes, drink barbiturates and vodka, and fly off to Hale Bopp. Glenn Beck, your next stop is Hale Bopp Cult, filth. You little rat, you've been destroyed. You destroyed yourself, just like a face in the crowd, you disingenuous traitor to humanity, you piece of crap, you rat filth. Is because the gun owners that were interviewed were smart enough with their smartphones to use the little tech systems against Big Brother and record her knowing she'd set them up. And guess what? She did. They're using old tactics in a new war. And the dinosaurs are dropping faster and faster. And that just warms my little heart. You might be fast, you might be good in the dark, but our teeth, our jaws are twice the size of yours. When we get them into your flesh, we don't let go. You don't have your sleek coat either. But your teeth can't get through ours. Not as easy that is. And by the time you get your teeth into us, you've already got our teeth around your neck and have already snapped 5 or 6 times. That's why you fear us, don't you? And you know we're coming. We hunt the hunters. Spread that link out to everybody. Facebook is censoring the spread of our info, just like Google has been caught censoring everything for Hillary Clinton. This is a real war room. It's not a joke. We're fighting for the Republic. The globalists are allied with radical Islam to help bring down civilization. They will then take our liberties in the name of protecting us from the jihad. Infowars.com/show. Spread that link. It's a war. Let's do it.
Do you have anything else you want to add? I just want to add that, I mean, if you're a Trump supporter, or if you simply are just supporting Trump because you're tired of what's going on, don't be afraid to come out here. You know, don't be afraid to defend yourself against various supporters. But I will say, don't get violent with these people because they are so manipulative. They are so crazy. I mean, one guy was literally just like, he was 10 feet away from him, and he's like, why don't you come up here and tell me how much you want to hit me? I said, I never said I wanted to hit you. No, you said it. You said it. Oh, so you're saying that I said it without saying it. He goes, you just whitewashed. You just whitewashed, bro.
Hey, put this on the front page of InfoWars. I'd like to take a shout out to all my friends. First off, Alex Jones, I think you're a fucking traitor to the Liberty Movement.
Gay frogs, gay frogs, gay frogs.
We have a gay frog supporter over here.
Support gay frogs.
Come through, guys. Police are saying clear the roadway so the vehicles could exit the premises. And they're also going over to the other fucking side and blocking those. Why don't you chill out, right? Because they're blocking an exit.
I'm just saying, you're reporting something and you're lying to people.
I'm not lying to the people. I told them there's... Are they blocking this exit? Are they blocking this exit?